Hit it, boys.
I think they've got something to do with like whale bones at the moment, which might be quite nice. Yeah, yeah.
Were you saying something about my weight or something?
The summer rain dripping on my pain. I wish that we were outside instead of here, lying in the field, waiting for the high tide.
Oh. Well, straight up. Oh, hey. Bosh! Oh. There's got to be some big numbers coming out at the moment. Big numbers.
Well, you can take the off wheel off if you want.
Oh God, yeah.
There we go.
That's a good point. That's better. Do you prefer training in solitude? A lot of it's dependent on. You prefer riding with a group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just fundamentally gives me more enjoyment around my bike, you know.
Yeah.
I love riding my bike at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody who I still am the same as when I started riding. But I love the club runs, you know.
Mate, so many riders say the same thing. Whatever level you attain, and obviously the level you've attained is, you know, for most unimaginable. But fundamentally, going out with a group of mates on a Sunday run, I'd imagine, was
out, isn't it?
And the laugh.
Yeah. Just
having fun and having a laugh even when you're blown.
I remember when we were young, going out. Didn't even have a computer in them days.
Yeah, I know.
So you'd go out 9 o'clock, we'd get home, put our trackies on, cycling shoes, and so we do the club run, 4 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Get changed, ride our bikes to the north of the island.
Yeah.
So it's again another.
It's like Ramsey.
Yeah. It's like 20 miles on top of what you've done in the morning.
In your tracksuit, yeah.
Yeah. And like Pete Kenyuk's parents would have a camper out there.
Right.
And like we'd go up there, barbecue, jump in the river, stuff like that. And so we were kids doing like going on 140k a day maybe.
Yeah.
120, 140, you know, without really thinking it.
Yeah. Wow, that is a big wheel. That's pretty impressive.
Good, isn't it?
It's one of the biggest wheels I've seen, Mark. I've seen some wheels in my time, mate.
I don't know what to say. I don't even know, I can't even remember how to get in.
That is well cool.
Isn't it?
Right. Proper bit of Manx cyclocross here.
There is a race round here actually, comes up here.
Oh right.
There's not, Matt.
Oh right. Opened in 1856?
1854.
1854, and we think, although we'll do some fact checking, it's the biggest water wheel, working water wheel, definitely in the UK, definitely in Europe, maybe the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why the MM has 3 legs?
No.
I'll tell you later.
Oh, I thought we were going to get an extra little fact nugget there from Cav.
No, well. it means, so there's a Manx saying, I don't know how to say it actually.
Say it, just go for it.
But literally translate it, it means whichever way you throw me I stand. So like, it's a sign of strength.
Oh right.
Yeah.
That's
you get
cool,
knocked down,
actually.
you get back up, you know?
Yeah.
Like historical engineering is impressive, isn't it?
Oh yeah. The Great Laxey Wheel. Lady Isabella.
Built on her memory.
Indeed.
There's a song about it, you know.
Is there? Do you know the words?
I do, but I'm not singing it.
Oh, well, maybe we'll get that later.
Yeah, I'll do it later.
Maybe we'll get that later.
Thanks a lot, man.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah.
So what are your first memories of bike racing on the island then? What was the thing that, we know what you did before and stuff, yeah, interest in sort of ballroom dancing, and how did you eventually get into riding your bike on, yeah.
Right, you know, Matt, when I think about it now,
yeah,
like, I was always on a bike as a kid. None of my family was cyclists or anything.
right,
And like at the time I didn't realise, when I think back now, I see it like, I love the bike. There's a kids league on the National Sports Centre here.
yeah,
Went down, I was on a BMX, and obviously got smashed at the circuit race, you know?
yeah, of course.
I remember my mum laughing,
Right,
and I was like, if I had gears maybe I could be thingy, like competitive.
yeah,
So I asked for a mountain bike for my birthday with gears. Got one,
yeah.
went down, and won straight away.
Right, this holds some pretty fond memories, mate, for me. 18 years ago. Is it 18 years ago, 2001? 18 years ago, when I won the Manx, just there. So, I kind of need to just do it again, if that's all right. Just sort of...
You were third 3 times, weren't you?
I was third 3 times, and finally I won it. When I was running for Sigma Sports.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
One-man band as well.
So you know I was still schoolboy when you won that?
Thanks for reminding me of that, mate. You'd have been about
15.
15. I was 31. Right, let's go and do it for old time's sake.
I'll go here and cheer. That's that then.
When your mama died and your father was taken.
Right, next up, the museum. Just put the bikes over here. I think they've got something to do with like whale bones at the moment, which might be quite nice, yeah. Yeah.
Were you saying something about my weight or something?
Mate, it's absolutely ace in here.
Oh, Viking.
Look at him, Viking, yeah.
Vikings.
Oh shit. Oh man. It is absolutely golden. I love it in here, mate.
Good,
There's
isn't
big
it?
Ships, there's a horse, there's all
We've got
sorts.
heritage here,
It's
Viking
amazing.
heritage,
Oh my, have you seen that, Mark?
What?
That?
Wow, that's beautiful, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
Hey.
It's, oh my, that is incredible.
Wow.
That's just, it's so lifelike. Oh.
Right, again.
That was amazing.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I mean, it was like,
Manx history.
it was a cultural explosion. I mean, it's blew me away a little bit, Mark, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, I mean, incredible. I have to come again. Mark, I mean, I'm not being funny, today's been great, but it's supposed to be a cafe ride. And we haven't had a cafe.
Mate, you've seen all day, we don't conform here. I've got something different in mind. Let's go and see.
All right. Oh, wow.
You like it?
Yes, it's great. It's not exactly a cafe, but, oh, looks like there's food on board. Oh, Isle of Man Railway Company.
After you.
Here we go. Hey! Oh. Oh, mate. This is great. Amazing.
Like it?
It's like a cafe on wheels.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Oh, we're rolling. Oh, it's proper, isn't it? I love it.
Oh, mate.
At full speed now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go. So what are we on? We're on the Rocket. So the Manx Missile on the Rocket.
It's good, isn't it? Like, I used to come on here loads as a kid. I haven't been on for a while. Like, we come on Halloween, like, so there's Halloween stuff. I don't know if you can get on the cameras, like, but
You can just see the broomsticks and stuff, can't you? With some cobwebs.
yeah, I brought the kids on it. Like, kids go on quite a bit when I'm training. Like, Peter will bring the kids on, and I'll meet them down in Port Erin where we go, and we'll have ice cream there, and I'll carry on my training, and they come home. Like, you know, it's quite nice. It's dead. This type of stuff, the old, when the Isle of Man was a massive tourism industry, like in the Victorian times and that, they've kind of done well at preserving this kind of stuff, like the steam train. There's an electric tram.
Yeah.
It goes, like you'll have seen the tracks next to the road, and that goes up to the top of the mountain, one mountain on the Isle of Man.
So we're starting in Douglas, going to Port Erin. There's going to be a fireworks display.
Yeah.
It's ace, isn't it?
That's good.
I know you haven't got all your nice. I mean, you're looking lovely because you look, you know. But I've got a bit of nice corduroy.
You look lovely. Where's your cravat and that? You need a hat.
I left it. I
Brolly
left the cravat at your house. Oh well, mate.
Welcome aboard this evening's
Here we go.
Rocket
Here we go.
to Port
There we go.
Erin.
That's great.
All right,
You've
mate.
got to make your way around to take your orders. You'll be served the main course. You can go and see the fireworks, and then we'll do
This is
dessert
main
on the
course.
way back. Please note the water at the table is £2.50.
Hey, you all right?
Hi there.
Can I
Hi.
take your food order, please?
I'm going to go for the firework chili.
Yeah, and your dessert order?
Bread and butter pudding, please.
How many sausages are in the bangers and mash?
However,
What do you
it's
reckon?
going to be 4 of your dining, so you can choose 2 bangers and mash if you want.
Oh.
Twice, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Little wink there, yeah. What's it like being Mark Cavendish on the Isle of Man?
What do you mean?
Like, you must get recognised. You do. We drove from your house to the station, and the woman who's organised this today for us knew your mum, for example, and the bloke just over there came up and knew somebody who went to stay around their house and went for tea. I mean,
I don't even know who that
we've stumbled across 5 people, pretty much 50% know you, and the guys in the museum as well earlier on, they know you as well.
Like, I don't know, like, it's a small island first and foremost.
Yeah.
But like, to being a cyclist, like, 2 wheels is life over here.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, you always get the odd person, and likewise, you know, if I'm with any riders and they're riding a bit recklessly on the road, like someone will kick off, but the drivers are wicked. Like, you'll even get a beep and a wave when you go past, you know, they know. But ultimately, like, I think like, I'm proud to be from here, you know, and I always say I'm from here and that. And but yeah, like, you'll be in Tesco doing your shopping, and someone comes up to you and they're like, "Didn't expect to see you in here." And you're like, didn't expect to see you. Where else would I do my shop? I'm just in Tesco doing my shop. What do you expect me to do? So Manx people are renowned for being quite, like, they're friendly. It's a real community feel here. That's what I love about it. You know, they've quite a fast-paced life, going everywhere. A lot of times you're with people who aren't necessarily your friends. You know, like, you have teammates, some teammates you're friends with, or you're racing with. Some people you just work with, you spend a lot of time with them. To come back to real community, you know, like, literally, if you needed a cup of sugar, you could go to any house on this island.
I remember you saying to me on the phone the other day, we were having a chat, and you said that in the little kind of cul-de-sac that you live, you could leave your door open almost, and you could get, if you need anything from anybody, you could just go and get it. Everybody just gets on really well. That's quite rare these days, isn't it?
It really is. And it's like going back, and it's quite, because of that, it's quite a slow pace. Like, everyone has time for each other. No one's really in a rush over here.
Everybody knows about your racing career. We all know that because it's, you know, I could pretty much list nearly all of your results because I know them, because I'm a fan as well. But what I want to know is, when the racing's finished and put to one side, I know you're a family man. What makes you happy outside of bike racing? I know you love racing, mate, but What makes you happy when you put the bike away in the garage and you're with your family? What do you like to get up to?
Just want to be a dad, you know.
Yeah.
Even something like changing a nappy is like smelly, but I like it. I like being able to do that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like the youngest one, to a 4, and the youngest one, he's 1.5, and
Yeah.
he's like of all of them, he's the most like me, you know. And he's obsessed with cycling, you know. And he's like my shadow; it doesn't leave me alone.
Yeah.
And just being able to play with him and not just speak to him on FaceTime.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, like, you know.
Yeah.
And that's about when I'm not riding my bike and I'm with my family. I just want to do that.
Yeah.
That's it, you know.
Yeah. Do you know much about? I mean, obviously you know a lot about the. We're riding around earlier on today, and you were like pointing things out, and there's a lovely little bit that we won't have captured on film, but you swung off the main road. You took me up this shitty little footpath that was about 1 in 4. I nearly I was dropped, and then I nearly lost my back wheel. But you know it like the back of your hand, don't you?
Yeah,
although we
road.
were talking about how relatively small it is, but how many roads there are. You were just like excited about riding on it. It was wonderful to see.
You find often when people ask, I said before, people ask, oh, you must get bored after the same roads all the time. There's like 260 kilometres of roads over here, like rideable, not cul-de-sacs, you know. And so double that, do that both ways. 500 kilometres of road.
Yeah.
You know.
That's enough to be going on with, because when you're racing and stuff and then coming back,
I would do more diverse roads here than a lot of guys that live in Spain. That's for sure.
Right. Because when I used to go out with my dad when I was a kid, I'd like to know, right, how far are we going? How long will it take? And then he used to test me. He's like, we'll do an hour.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like an hour and 15. He said, I said, where are we? How far to go? I'd like to know exactly where I was going.
Really?
But I think the fact that other people did that to me was really good. When I look back now, I think it was just brilliant. My dad was always gently pushing me outside my comfort zone and making me suffer a little bit and testing me. It was, looking back, it was great. It was great. Yeah.
Was he a rider in that, like?
Yeah, he was an army man.
Racing,
Yeah, he raced, but he was in the army, so he was a bit of a jack of all trades.
Okay.
So he was army, Southwest, because he was from Cornwall, so he's army boxing champion. Played rugby, football, and athletics and cycling, but his passion was cycling, and that used to get him out of doing normal army stuff.
Okay.
So he was based in Germany, and then he was based in the Middle East as well during the 50s, late 50s, early 60s, and then joined the police. But he was my hero.
Yeah.
I mean, he's my hero. He's my biggest inspiration. Greg LeMond was my cycling hero, but my dad was the guy that got me into all this.
That's wicked. That's so nice hearing you talk that.
Yeah, no.
Pushing. My parents were always good at that. They never pushed me into nothing.
Yeah.
But they were real support. We did a lot. We did football, athletics.
Yeah.
I did dancing. I played the trumpet. You know.
I didn't know you played the trumpet.
Yeah.
I knew you did. I knew you were a bit of a whiz on the ballroom dancing.
I was always busy, you know.
Right. You could do Mark Cavendish guided cycling tours around the island. Just because today it's lovely and you don't even realise you're doing it. Everywhere you go, every couple of minutes, you're pointing out something because you want to share stuff with somebody.
I'm dead proud
and
of it.
That's really nice.
You know?
No,
it's a funny little place, a strange little place sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, is it?
It's like going back 40 years in time.
Yeah.
But I just love it.
Yeah.
You know.
It is a bit of a. There's something charming about it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think when we were saying on the ride, it reminds me of where I did a lot of my riding as a kid in Cornwall when I was on holiday. And there's and obviously the sea. I think wherever you are near the sea is magical, isn't it? There's something properly magical about the sea. And
you can turn a corner that I've done 1,000 times and still be blown away by it. You know, that's real nice. But you know, one thing I don't like doing on a bike, which it's hard to do around here. Well, it's not hard. I don't. You know, when I'm doing a ride, I don't like to cross over a road or come to the same junction or do the same road twice. I like to do a loop.
So you don't overlap.
If it means doing a clover leaf, I never overlap. It cracks me if I overlap.
So, do you think that's something? Because you've got quite a mathematical brain, haven't you? The way you process it. Because I'm quite happy to go out and back and cross over and do stuff like that.
But even how I see things, it's hard to explain, but I see things in lines. Like
Right.
I count like this roof, I can't like count the lines on it. I don't know what it is, but it has to. If there's one out, it freak me out. You know?
Yeah.
There has to be a system.
You were chatting about Rod Ellingworth, about, you know, when he was like coaching you, the talent team. We were talking about races we'd done, and he was. There's a few people that said Cav's not got it. He's not got it, and he was the one that said, I think he has. He's got something special, this lad, because he. And you used the words, he sees the world in a different way, and you do, don't you? You do look at it. We all look at the world in a different way, but you look at it in your own particular way, which is you do, don't you?
Yeah,
and
would you good and bad, like.
Yeah. Well, you know, we don't. It'd be a bit dull if we're all the same, wouldn't it? It'd be exceptionally dull if we're all the same. And this has been tough, mate. How have you coped with that, mate? Because it's been tough. We all know why. We know the reason.
Well, that's the thing. Is, you know, knowing the reason. That's how I cope with it.
Yeah.
Just knowing the reason and knowing. The hardest thing has been stuff that's out of my control. That's the hardest thing to deal with.
Yeah.
If your hands are tied or something.
Yeah.
But it's been kind of the reason. I'm having good people around me. You know, like my wife Pete has been incredible.
Yeah.
There's been a fair few people that still believe in me. You know, like 2010, I was already told I was finished. 2010, and every year since, you know.
Yeah.
So like, someone who doesn't have a clue, it doesn't matter what they think, you know. Like it's kind of hard. Like it's always been hard, but I haven't known any different. And all I've ever been able to do is lose in a race.
Yeah.
I could never go a race and just. I could only lose.
Yeah.
And that was something that was never any different to me. So. But you know, and most of the time I lost, it was something in my control.
Yeah.
Once it's stuff out of your control.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like the hardest thing wasn't the loss; it was getting blamed for something that you had no control over.
Yeah.
You know, taking the pressure and the consequence of that. That took a massive stress on my like really on my mental health.
Right.
And I'll talk about that in the future.
Yeah.
You know, but I was always the strongest mind I ever knew, and I've got severe mental health problems now, you know, so that's been difficult. That's been hard. Sorry, love,
Sorry, you should have just, sorry, I feel awful
Thank
now.
you. That looks good,
Cheers.
thank you. That was good.
Here we go. So you've got
Lovely.
bangers and mash times 2.
Lovely.
All right, really. No, bon
Enjoy.
appetit. Yeah,
Bon appetit.
This is great. When I was badgering you about doing this ride, I never thought we'd end up on a train having a chat about being kids.
It's good though, isn't it?
Eating bangers and mash.
If I was to have a last meal, it'd be bangers and mash.
Really? That's quite dark, that is, Mark.
It's a thing we do actually. Like, you're gonna get three courses, start, main course, dessert, and a drink. Okay. You can't have the same thing twice. So you can't have something a small bangers and mash for start. It has to be what we typically believe start.
It's really,
What do you have?
I'm a really big fan of curry.
Yeah.
But I like steak. I love pizza. I mean, they're really predictable. But I think it would have to be a curry. So it would have to be something as simple as a really decent onion bhaji or vegetable samosa with a naan bread, pillau rice.
A whole hog, eh?
Yeah, I mean, and a jalfrezi or something, but a really nice jalfrezi with some poppadoms, some pickle tray. But for pudding, but then I really like roast dinner. But no, I think what I'll do is then bring in a classic English pudding, apple crumble and custard.
Oh yeah.
With a curry. That would be, if that was it, and I was going to go to the chair. Yeah. I'd be like, okay,
drink.
This has got to be good. Drink. Oh, flipping heck. Well, I really love a good coffee, but that doesn't seem right. Maybe I'll have a coffee at the end.
Yeah.
I'll probably just have a nice crisp lager, just because it'd be like, because some of my best times with my mates when I was riding a bike, we'd do double session, 2 hours in the morning, flat out on my own, go to bed for 2 hours, then do 30-mile chain gang, then go out for a curry, and that would be my Wednesday.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. What about you? What would your last? Oh, you said it'd be bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
But what about?
burrata, and it's a type of mozzarella.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like a creamy mozzarella.
I didn't even think about Italian.
Burrata and like a prosciutto crudo, like
Yeah.
and then on a toasted bread, olive oil starter, bangers and mash main course. And then
So
I'll go for traditional English pudding, sticky toffee pudding.
Oh, that's a classic, mate.
What?
If they said to me at the prison, I'm afraid I haven't got any apple crumble, and we can bring you some sticky toffee pudding, I'll be like, it's fine. I'll be absolutely happy with that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're now at Port Erith Station. We'll have a little bit of time to watch the fireworks and do as we wish.
Oh, some free
Have a
time.
sunbathe, have a swim.
We've got an ice cream shop
Okay,
here.
please
there?
back on the train for 20 to 9. Please back on the train for 20 to 9. Thank you very much indeed. We hope you enjoyed it so
That's
far.
great, isn't it? That was great. So we're going to watch some fireworks now, Mark, I believe.
Cool.
You got a
bike shop down here.
Have they? They said the Port Erin crits, didn't they? Yeah, as part of Manx Week.
Yeah.
I never did. I came and watched actually. I never did them.
It's like an L shape. It's pan flat. It should
Yeah.
be like in here.
There we are.
Here we are.
What?
Should we do it?
Oh, look at that. That's lovely. Look at that.
Serendipity's played a cruel trick on me, taking you so far that I can barely breathe. The times I'd ride for a seat.
It's sparkler.
It's time to
Got our names in sparkler.
How good were they?
Don't you fear, just take hope. It'll be our anchor in the storm of our lives. It'll be our savior like a ship when you're out there lonely, drifting out to sea. Now I'm doing everything that I know to do to get close to you, to get close to you. I've been seeing every
Got my arm around it.
It's a lovely day. Appreciate it. Very unusual day. November 5th, in Port Erin, Mark Cavendish. Isn't it?